the number 2 character of all time, Brett Favre.
I'm sitting here just goofing off. You know what time the game starts? And we got a dandy brewing.
There is no question that anybody would be remiss if they did not put Brett Favre as one of the greatest characters in the history of the National Football League.
Put her in the old body.
On the field, nobody had more fun than him. Nobody was funnier than him.
Oreo cookie. I know.
There's a charm about him that not many have ever had.
I got to see this. This Favre out here. Brett Favre.
Did Brett Favre ever make you laugh? He made me cry. That's what he did when he played the Bears. I never said, hey, look at that character. No, I said, there's Brett Favre. Pretty good.
He flipped it into the end zone backhand.
He's a unique character in football history. He's going to play his own game. And most of the time, it's going to be spectacular.
Favre is down the sidelines. Favre, touchdown! He dived into the end zone.
And a lot of the time, it's going to be historic.
Quarterback Brett Favre starts his 200th consecutive game behind center.
But some of the time, it's going to be really bad.
Guns it over the left side.
When he first became the starting quarterback for Mike Holmgren in Green Bay, that was the classic, love-hate relationship.
Throw it away. Second down 11. Quick throw, interception.
No more rocket balls, please. Well, I was chained up. No, I know.
I had as much fun coaching Brett Favre as I have any player I've ever had in my life.
I'm going to wear those for you.
Not only did our number 2 character make an impression on his coaches, but he also got to some of their kids.
I have 3 boys who are all witnesses and victims. When he would put them to sleep, he would fart under the covers and put the covers over their head and gag them to sleep. Yeah, that's Brett Favre. Nice babysitter.
You think God never farted?
He understands how to go out there and play this very complicated game, but play it the way it was meant to be played, like a kid.
My first game ever, 5th grade jamboree, 3 touchdowns running. I got in the end zone, the guy pulled my pants down.
People look at him and say, wow, you know what, if I scored a touchdown in the NFL, yeah, I'd probably run around the field with my hands up and act like I was crazy too.
The Vince Lombardi Trophy is coming home.
Here's a quarterback who's out there head-butting and chest-bumping his teammates.
And Darrell Thompson is tackled in the end zone by Brett Favre.
Here's a quarterback who's getting into it in a fun way with opponents.
That was you hitting? I thought you hit harder than that. Brett Favre is a hating mother.
Brett Favre, Sam. Somebody got in Brett's face on that play.
That relationship between Brett Favre and Warren Sapp is something for the ages.
Keith Jackson, just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I got to stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
When Favre waffled with retirement, an NFL ritual was created.
Favre Watch might be one of the most annoying things that has ever happened to the media. He goes home to Mississippi, and it's like waiting for a new pope. You wait for the little puff of white smoke to appear over his farm to let you know that he's made a decision.
In 2008, Favre decided he was retired until he changed his mind. But since the Packers were moving on with Aaron Rodgers, Favre was traded to the Jets.
Who'd have thought we'd be here?
When he got to the Jets, the electricity was like nothing I'd ever seen before. It was like watching Paul McCartney in Central Park playing on a Sunday afternoon.
Favre fires a bomb, looking for Country. He's got it. Touchdown! Woo!
And then suddenly the bottom just fell out.
Although Favre couldn't get the Jets into the playoffs, his love of the game got him to number 2 on our list.
We weren't afraid to let his emotions show. We love to see that the game was still just a game.
I love it. Can you believe he passed, Roy?
And all you can do is give your best. Love you guys. Let's go 4 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
So, get on, baby.
That's probably why it was so hard for him to let go.
The number 5 gutsiest performance of all time. Brett Favre plays for his father.
Brett Favre.
319 says.
He's got guts, courage, cojones, however you want to put it.
Damn, right in the...
Brett Favre knows what it's like to play through pain.
You can see that right thumb has a splint on it.
In college, he beat Alabama just 6 weeks after losing nearly 30 inches of his intestines.
I'm in so much pain right now, I can hardly raise out of this bed.
But it took a different type of guts for Favre to absorb the blow that came on December 21st, 2003, when his father Irvin died of a heart attack one day before the Packers' Monday night game in Oakland.
My condolences go out to Brett and his lovely wife, Deanna.
I knew right away his first thought was probably Irvin in his head, don't you quit.
And I wasn't going to let him quit.
Take care of business.
He knows when to be business, and he knows when to play.
Get your ass out there and play. Are you crazy? I mean, I could see him saying that.
Cruel as it is, Brett Favre had to make a decision. Does he play tonight or doesn't he play tonight? He has chosen to play.
Butterflies is an understatement. I was the most nervous I've ever been in a game.
Before Favre demonstrated his emotional guts to the world by taking the field, our number 5 performer showed the Packers the special stuff he's made of in a team meeting.
He spoke about his love for his father, his love of his teammates, and then how much he loved football and was going to give the guys the very best he had.
In the midst of just losing his father, he said that he had our back as a football team, as a player, as an individual. I mean, you could have heard a pin drop in that room.
He's grieving. He's reeling.
There's no roadmap for this. You don't say, I'll do this like I did something else a few years ago.
And he goes out and is positively flawless in that unique Brett Favre way. Falling back, throwing into triple coverage, right on a dime.
Touchdown! Brett Favre is on fire tonight.
And the entire country is saying, can you believe what this guy is doing after what's happened in his life?
You bring this script to a studio and they throw it out. I mean, this is like fantasy.
Everybody goes through this, sadly, a family member passing, and everybody's got to go back to work at some point. But those people who do it in their office don't do it in front of a national televised audience.
I was so worried that I would lay an egg in that game. And I think people watching would say, hey, it's understandable. His father just passed away. I didn't want that. I wanted to leave that game and be proud of the way I played and want him to say, hey, you played well. But no one could have imagined, including me, that it would turn out that way.
America's most well-known number 4 has thrown for 4 touchdown passes in one half of play.
What Brett Favre did got the country to fall more in love with him.
I can't believe he went out and did what he did today. I'm so sad for him, but so damn proud of him.
He was one of the great athletes that could lift himself up to that. This is a moment I want to treasure, and I'm going to give it everything I have.
I knew my dad would want me to play, and I didn't expect this type of performance, but I know he was watching tonight.
It was almost divine intervention, but then you just sit back and say, no, it's not. It's Brett Favre.